Let's start with the character 大. If you look closely, you'll notice that 大 looks a bit like a person with a head, 2 legs, and arms stretched out wide like they're giving a big hug. To write it, we start with the horizontal line from left to right, just like the character for 一, 左到右. Then we start at the top where the head is and draw a line curving to the left to make one leg. Finally, we draw the other leg and we're done. Now you try it. Next, let's write the character for 小. When I think of 小, I like to imagine myself with my arms tugged in. To write 小, we start in the middle with the vertical line from top to bottom, 上到下. But when you reach the bottom, make a little hook to the left. After that, we add the 2 dots like my tucked in arms, one on the left and another one on the right. Now you try it. Have you ever wondered where Mandarin words came from? A long time ago, before people could write, they drew pictures. Over time, the pictures became simpler and simpler until they became the words we know of today. The Chinese characters formed this way are called 象形字, or picture characters. 人 happens to be one of those characters. It started out as a picture of a person with the head on top and 2 legs, almost like he's walking. To write it, we start at the top with a stroke that curves to the left. That gives us the person's head and left leg. Then we draw another stroke that slants to the right to give us a right leg. And that's it. Now you try it.你是小孩，我不是小孩. We can use 不 in many ways. For example, if I ask you, do you want to sing the song again? You can say 好 if you want to, or 不好 if you don't want to. It's a very important word, so we better learn to write it. To write 不, we start with a flat line, just like 一. We write it from left to right, 左到右. Next, we draw a slanted stroke, starting from the middle and going to the left. The third stroke is a straight line right down the middle. And finally, we draw a shorter stroke to the right. And that's it. We've written 不 with only 4 strokes. Now you try it. Since we have to use the bathroom many times each day, it's super important to learn 男 and 女, so we better learn to write them. Let's start with 女. 女 is a 象形字, or picture character, like 人. If you look closely, you'll see that it looks like a woman sitting crisscross applesauce. To write it, we start with a fancier stroke, like a sideways V. The second stroke is a simple slant from top to bottom that leans to the left. The final stroke is a horizontal line that crosses over the previous strokes, like this. And that's how we write 女. Now you try it. Next, let's learn to write 男. We can think of the character as two separate parts. The top part looks like a box with 4 smaller boxes inside. In fact, it is a Chinese character that means harvest field. We create the box first, add the horizontal line and the vertical line inside the box before closing it off. The bottom part of 男 is also a Chinese character, and it means strength. It is written with a hooked stroke followed by a slant stroke to the left. Now you try it.